Well, good morning, guys. It is Sunday. I'm back from my last Sunday. You never saw me. Went on my trip there. Had a good time. Went up to a Soyuz and stuff like that. Hot tubs, pools, liquor, wineries. Yeah, I know, wineries, right? Probably thinking, what the hell, Rick, you're doing at a winery? My girl likes to check out wineries, and I don't mind so much. You give you these free samplers. I'm not a wine drinker, and I tell you, after a couple of these free samplers, though, that shit just gets me buzzed like nothing. So anyway, we're back here, and we're playing today. We're working on a little bit of everything. Working on a little bit of my car, a little bit of Terry's car. Now, the thing is that I've only got one hoist, and I need to get the car off the hoist right now. So the underneath, as you know, is all done. The frame's all done. So what I'm doing now is I've threw an idler arm bushing kit in here. I did during the week. You guys never saw. And I painted up nice casts and putting that back on. Because I got to have it so it steers, right? I'm not putting a steering box in yet. I'm waiting on that, so can't do much about that. But I got to put the tie rods in. And that's the strange thing. The kingpins I found, the front shocks I found, the idler arm thing I found. Do you think I can find the tie rod ends? The tie rod ends, I got the old ones here. One is a solid piece, which you can see. Then you got your other one with just your ends in it, and that's your sleeve in the middle. Well, I know, I've been gathering parts up for this car for so long, or at least I think I know, I bought those. So I'm searching and searching and searching on Friday, but you think I can find them? I can't find them. I'm not about to run out and buy another set yet, because I'm pretty positive I did buy them. It was so many years ago, I don't know where they would have went. It doesn't make sense to me, because the kingpins and the idler arm were together, and so were the shocks, so why wouldn't the tie rod ends be? But shit gets moved around, and it could be my mind slipping, and I could be thinking I bought them for this and actually bought them for something else. So, like anything, I'm going to walk away from it for a bit. I'll do a little looking during the week here. If I don't find them by Wednesday, I'll just order new ones again. Worst comes to worst, and I find them later on in life, well, we got spares, right? I mean, I got my 52 Chevy and whatever, so it doesn't matter. But for now, like I say, I've cleaned up this part because it's all cleaned up, and I'm just bolting it in there right now. So I'm not going to bother cleaning these up because they're just garbage to me, right? The only part I need is a center link, and I'm not going to clean that until I take it apart. So for now, I'll just jam those in there loosely. Dirty looking. I got the rubber pads, all the new rubber mounts, all glued down in place for the car. So that's all done. So that's where I'm at today. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to work on my Model A a little bit. I'm hoping to maybe get my front drums on my Model A, stuff like that. My differential for my Model A is ready. Maybe I'll get a chance to get it today, maybe not. I have a feeling I'm going to be going there probably Monday or Tuesday to pick it up. I just don't have a lot of time right now today. I got a few things on to go. It's so funny. You take a long weekend, you take some time off, and you miss a Sunday, and you just think one day, no big deal. But man, there's so much to catch up with. Holy Christ. So anyway, we'll give it a shot. So let's get this car on the frame. Okay, so I got all the center section bolted in properly. Tie rods I just left loose, but at least it allows me to turn the wheels. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower the car down a bit more, and we're going to start lining the frame up to put it on, or line the body up to put it on the frame, I should say. That is our next step here. It's going to be cool to see it looking to rolling again. It's getting close. So what I do, as you can see, because I'm by myself, just take something long, a couple screwdrivers. That's what I'm using here. Kind of pin it through. Now I'll put two there, and I'll put two in the back. Slowly lower my hoist. Kind of keeps everything lined up somewhat. And see where we go from there. It's looking nice, that nice shiny shiny black frame under there. Looking really good. I got chrome on my mind. I'm thinking about my Model A sitting over here. Thinking about doing some work to that old girl today. Putting my finned Buick drums on. You remember the ones. Let's take a look. I know we're all over the map today. I'm excited because I missed last Sunday. So here we are today. Remember? I had a few fin drums right there. Just waiting. I'm excited. So I want to kind of maybe get that done today too. Anyway. But the goal here is to get this sucker bolted down. Then I can remove all this stuff on the firewall, remove the hood. I am not, no matter what, removing this front window or the back window. I do not want to touch them. Whoever did the glass, whoever put the glass in this car, whether it be Jack, whether it be a glass man back in the day, that I do not know. They did a beautiful job. The thing hasn't got a leak or a drip anywhere, and I just do not want to touch it. So all this stainless is staying on. Now my good buddy Pete, at Pete's Pick and File, he said, Rick, take a little 2000 grit, wipe that lightly and hit it with a little Autosol, which is what I use all the time. I got Autosol everywhere. Look at, you guys are looking. I love this stuff. Where are we here? Oops, we don't want the French. Metal polish Autosol. Another good one too, I've used before, is Wendell. But to be quite honest, I still like the Autosol way better. So, he said just hit it lightly with a little 2000 grit if you need to, and it'll polish up. We do got new wipers in that, so I mean it's only that little bit of stainless there. What other stainless would there be? And this bit around the back window, you know. So we'll, I'm going to try it though, before I even hit it with the 2000 grit, this stainless in my opinion is in really nice shape. So I'm just going to hit it with the Autosol to begin with, just like that, and leave it alone, I think. I don't think I need the 2000, but we'll see. But anyway, let's finish getting this, sexy girl back on her frame again, so she's a roller. Okay, lift is off. She appears to be sitting back on the frame. God, it's just amazing. You know, when you see, when I lift this car up, you guys are going to understand even more. When you see a frame all painted, it looks pretty. But look at it painted there against the, well, I hate to say it, the dirty old firewall. But I mean, you look at that, and it just looks gorgeous. Now you wait till I hike this car up to bolt her down, and I'm going to show you now how it's going to look like with the contrast of the floor and the frame. It's going to look absolutely stunning. Let's get her up in the air. Okay, so now you kind of get to see what I mean about, so you'd remember I had done all the front suspension in gloss black. Like I say, don't pay attention to tie rod ends, they're going to be done. I did all the center steering in the cast. The frame is a satin black, so you get that bit of a contrast. Well, you can't really tell this angle at the sun, but you get a contrast. And the underbody's almost got that a little duller sheen than the satin black, so you get contrast everywhere. And the center section of the diff we did cast. Not that this car is a 100% show car like underneath. But what I did was I cleaned it up, and I just thought I'm going to make this a nice clean version of a beautiful car that would be showing in car shows, that would be a driver. Right? And something like this you can be proud of. If somebody looks underneath it, you can be like, yeah, I can took it off the frame. You can tell. It looks clean, it looks neat, it looks tidy. You know, you can tell someone's had it all apart. And, you know, it's not a car you're definitely going to put mirrors under, but it's definitely is not a car that if someone was skinny enough, when this car's on the ground, she's low, but is skinny enough to crawl underneath it and take a look, you wouldn't be embarrassed. It looks nice and clean. Like I said, I didn't want to overstep my boundaries here with this car. I wanted to leave it as close as I could to how it was in the day. I think I've done that. I think it's maybe a little cleaner, a little better than it was in the day. I don't know for certain. I wasn't around then. But I think it's a little cleaner, and I'm happy with that. I think everybody that was involved in the car would be happy with it. I think Terry's going to love it. I know Court's going to love it. We can't forget about Bruce. Bruce was the last owner of the car, which I did mention in the very first video if you watch. Bruce Metcalf was the last owner. He had it in '68. He had painted the car a green, which I'd mentioned many times. The inside, it was a Corvette color, new Corvette color. And then he had the upholstery redone, and he was actually the one who had the bucket seats put in the back in that. So he changed it a bit, and he showed it for a while and kept winning trophies. And then what happened from there, I'm not sure. We'd have to ask Bruce the story, how it goes from there. But Terry found it in '73, that's all we know. And he's had it ever since. Terry's owned this car ever since '73, and it's just a beautiful piece of history. It's just unbelievable. There's a lot of cars out there that are going to be at the History Rod Run Car Show that's happening at Mission Raceways on August 27th. It's going to be a lot of history cars, and like I say, this is a huge part of history. This car is like one of the top 10 history cars, I would say. And I just want it to look clean. I want it to look clean. I just want it to look clean and beautiful, and just, you know, the best I can get it for what time I've got. So I'm going to bolt the sucker down now. All the bolts seem to line up through. You can see the bolts just fell right in place where they're supposed to. So I'm going to get her all bolted up here, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to go in one of my sheds and do some more digging for these tie rods, because it's really bothering me, because I really wanted to put the new tie rods in it today. I don't understand. I don't understand, but I'll find. They got to be somewhere, or like I say, maybe I'm slipping and I'm thinking of some other car I bought them for, but I could have swore I bought them for this car. But I've been collecting parts for this car for the last 2-3 years, so chances are they're here. I just don't know where. Shit's been gotten moved around, so who knows what. But this is our first step, getting the body back on. Next we'll be stripping the stuff off the firewall, getting the hood off it like I said, and I'll probably get the doors off it, do the rust repair on the doors, and all the welding is done. And I'm planning on getting this car over into the body shop for, well, the beginning of May to the latest mid-May. And hopefully it's going to be going for paint the beginning of July. And that way then it's going to give me around 6 weeks to do what I can to the outside of the car. Do as much as I can to get it ready for the show. It will not be, and I will repeat myself, it will not be 100% finished at this car show, but it will be 75% finished. The main thing that I've always done in my whole life, and anyone that knows me knows I'm speaking the truth here, I'm focused on running gear. The car, to me, every car I own, some look great, some look like shit, but I guarantee you one thing, you can jump in them and you can go to California. It's always been my word. I always say, anything I got, you can go to California in. And I will make sure that this car, you can jump in, turn the key, and go to California. I will try my hardest to get as much other stuff as I can done. Upholstery, it's going to be running the original upholstery that Bruce had done in it, which is great. It's Survivor upholstery. Does it really suit the way I'm going back with the car? I don't think it does. The seats are all good. I would like to put it back the bronze and the brown inside that Cord had it. But at this point in time, I can't do that. All I can do is focus on the running gear and focus on getting the car in paint and body. But that's, to me, that's 75% of the car done. And honestly, upholstery is what you do last. Then from there, it's going to be up to Terry where he wants to go with the car from there. So, hey, let's get this sucker bolted down and let's drop her down off the lift and get the real effect of how she looks on the ground. Alright, so I'm going to stop on this for now. I got the rear shocks in. There you go. Sitting right there. Nice new shocks. Everything's new, Terry. I tell ya. A beauty. So, and I'm going to go on to my Model A here. So, pulled the blankets back. There we go. Still got everything kind of loose on the front end, you know. I don't have anything tightened up yet. But I'm going to put my brake hubs on and all my bearings. I'm going to get those all packed up and put them on. So I went and grabbed my one center link here. And I had my chrome tie rod ends, and they sold me one tie rod end that's wrong. So I'm going to have to go back and see them tomorrow and get a proper one. So, this is my original tie rod end, which there's nothing wrong with. It's just, it's black, right? And I was going chrome on everything in the front, right? My center link piece. That chrome one fits, and where did I do with the other one? Oh, I left it in the other room. Anyway, so the other one they gave me is the same thread as that, and they're opposites. So I can put it in there, so I can't put that on right now. But what I can do is I can put these on and get my Buick fin drums on there. A little more shit out of the way, right? So that's where we're going to go next year. Okay, there we go. Got the wheel bearings all greased up, repacked, put in place, drums on. I set up the brakes in the front. Yes, these are 44 brakes. The old school brakes. I kept them. They were originally on the car when I got it. So, I am going to call it a day. Wasn't too exciting for you today. Let me cover this back up, but I'm going to call it a day. It's sunny out, it's nice out. I want to take my 58 for a cruise. Then I got to get home. I got to cut my field of forgotten dreams. And that's it. So, yeah, I'm going to jump in the old 58. Head out to Lou's Bar and Grill in Abbotsford. Have me a Lou's Lager. Have me a Lou's White Sangria. And a Lou's Margarita. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive my ass back home and cut the field. And maybe, just maybe if there's time, maybe I'll come do something on the cars a bit more. But that's about it. That's, it wasn't a long day today. What we got here? I spent 4.5 hours. Good enough. Good enough. That's good. So, hey, stay tuned for this week. I'll show you what's going on in the shop. It'll be a good time. It's always a good time and old time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Remember, the History Car Show, Mission Raceways. And I want to give a big shout out to Fraser Valley Blasting, because Burns and the boys down there, they did all the blasting of the frame. And they actually threw the paint on there for me. So they did me a good one there. Helped me out a bit. And cut the price down for me for sure for the car. And that's always good when stuff like that happens. So hey, it's always a good time and old time. Hell yeah!